Hello, everyone. We're into week 14 of the college football season, and what a week it's going to be. A lot of football. Every game has an impact on postseason play. So let's listen into James and get a picture of what's going to happen this weekend.
Happy holidays, everyone. This is Big Game James _36 here with Greg McGarity with the TaxSlayer Gator Bowl Driving Selection presented by Toyota, where each and every week we come through and talk to you about the week of college football that was and the week of college football that is and how it affects the TaxSlayer Gator Bowl played here in Jacksonville, Florida, January 2nd on prime time, where we have a matchup with a team from the SEC and the ACC. And man, just like every week, there's the only thing you can predict and the only thing you can bet on is the unexpected happening. So with this week coming up, you're going to be around family. We want you to make sure you kick up. And it's a lot of things that's going on in football. It's rivalry weekend. Basically, brothers fight each other. They don't like each other, just like we kind of do sometimes at the holidays when you get around those people once a year. But this weekend will will be a big weekend for shaping up how we actually have the TaxSlayer Gator Bowl predicted. But nothing bigger than what happened last weekend in the SEC as it relates to the college football playoff, which really affects us. What do you think about a lot of the petitioning for a 3-loss team to be able to get into there and a team losing their starting quarterback for the rest of the season with two games left? What are your thoughts on that? And should that affect if somebody is able to go to the college football playoff?
Well, not having players available certainly comes into play because it did last year. So if there's consistency on the committee, then that should come into play as they evaluate it because it certainly played into the hands of FSU last year. So we'll just have to wait and see. But I think a 3-loss team during the regular season would not be able to earn a spot in the championship. I think a 3-loss team that maybe lost a conference championship game, perhaps there's a conversation there, which I think could definitely come into play. If since Georgia's in the SEC championship now, we know SMU's in the ACC championship, so there should not be any penalties for playing in an extra game and maybe losing a game as opposed to just sitting on the sidelines and not having to worry about things.
Yeah, I think one of the things I would like to see moving forward, maybe even if you are one of those P4 schools, one of the honors or graces that you're given is the opportunity, if you make your championship game, to be able to play. Now that does leave for a bad year where you may have a 4-loss team, but at the end of the day, we know the SEC brand of ball. We know the Big Ten brand of ball is probably a little bit more physical than the Big 12 brand of ball or Pac-12, which will get an opportunity next year. But it does leave for some interesting conversations and as well as intriguing matchups moving in. The one that really that without skating around it and talking around it, Alabama losing. And Alabama losing in the manner in which they lost really threw a lot of us off. Nobody really expected them to have the resume that they're having, which is interesting for a first-year coach following a legend. Like, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, I think the probably the mystifying thing is they've just been so inconsistent all year, and 2 of their losses have been to teams that are in the bottom half of the conference. Oklahoma had just won 1 conference game before they beat Alabama. So chances are they'll just win 2 games this year. And obviously going to Nashville was something that no one could predict at that point in time. So I think that hurts your resume. It kind of negates your big wins is your losses are to 2 teams that are barely bowl eligible. So a lot of things come into play, new system, new coaches, players buy-in. As you can tell, there's sort of a different culture there. I'm sure it's a lot different than it was when Coach Saban was there, but that's what happens when you go through transition and you succeed the best coach in college football history.
It's also one of those things that they got to, if they've never followed Coach was it Dober or Daber? Kalen.
Yeah.
I know that if they've never watched him at Washington, he has a rough year It's followed by a big year, that is followed by a rough
Mhm.
year, which is followed by another big year as well. So it should work out when it's all said and done. But that sets the stage for this weekend. A lot of
Yeah.
rivalry games, a lot of games to still watch out for, a lot of crossover. So
Yeah.
the Georgia Tech Georgia game, a matchup there that people should be looking
Yeah.
for. Georgia Tech's a scrappy team. They played Georgia tough last year, and
Yeah.
Georgia's kind of up and down,
Yeah.
mainly on the offense. Plays very good defense, but offensively, they've had their struggles.
Yeah, you looked last week at UMass, and they're coming off emotional wins. They had that huge stretch, and I think Kirby even acknowledged. I think UMass was more prepared than Georgia was. Now Georgia's might have been looking ahead to a Georgia Tech
Mm-hmm.
team that is really playing well, and they've had some big wins this year. They're Tech's undefeated at home, so to Georgia's favor, they're playing in Athens at night on a Friday night. So if Georgia plays up to their capabilities, they should win the game. But as we saw last week, you can't ever take anything for granted. The parity is off the chart this
Mm-hmm.
year. So I think that's what makes college football so much more fun this year.
Which is why I always tell people, as much as we complain about name, image, and likeness, as much as we
Hmm.
complain about the transfer portal, we have never,
Yeah,
in my opinion, I have never had a more exciting, more parity, which is what free agency did
that's
for the
right.
NFL,
Yeah.
is it created parity. And
Yeah.
I think as we transition and continue to move, you'll see more of these things. A game that could have interesting implications, again, even for the college football
Hmm.
playoff. You have two teams that kind of are on that doorstep, believe it or not, for entering the college
Yeah.
football playoff. A lot of things would have to happen. But Clemson, South Carolina, what are your thoughts on that matchup?
Well, it's in Clemson, which kind of favors Clemson. It's a noontime start, so that's kind of an odd start for such a rivalry game at that level. But James, this is probably the year where these intrastate games are just huge. I mean, you take Georgia Tech, Georgia, South Carolina, Clemson, Louisville, Kentucky is a huge game. I mean, Kentucky's not bowl eligible, but they can sort of dampen Louisville's postseason hopes. You've got Texas at Texas A&M. You've got Auburn at Alabama. Mississippi State, who's not bowl eligible, but I know they'd love to knock off Ole Miss. And how's Ole Miss going to react after kind of eliminating themselves last week? So a lot of things in play. And then you've got Notre Dame traveling to Southern Cal. I
Mm.
mean, you could see a tremendous shakeup in the college football playoff, perhaps not in the Big Ten, but perhaps in the SEC with another week to go, as well as the ACC. So I think the Big 12's kind of settled that they'll have one team in, but we'll just see how it plays for the SEC and the ACC this weekend.
It's just fun because nothing is guaranteed
Right.
right now. No conference. The SEC is. We still don't know. Texas A&M,
Mm-hmm.
Texas could really
Right.
determine who's playing. Texas
Yes.
A&M could be a three-loss
That's right.
team that gets a chance to go to the college football playoff if they just keep
Mm-hmm.
winning. Again, so there's a intrigue in that matchup. And Texas has not had a
Right.
quality win yet. The only time, every time they've played a ranked opponent, they've gotten whooped. So that leaves us with something there. You talked about the Big 12.
Mm-hmm.
Arizona, BYU was looking like they
Right.
were steamrolling into it until Arizona State, Colorado looked like they were going to win
Yeah.
their way into it. They're
Yeah.
still in it. It's about four teams that are in that matchup. The ACC, SMU's got to finish the
Yeah.
drill. Miami's got to finish the drill.
Yeah.
But
Huge game.
there was a conversation that me and you were having off camera that I want to have on. So, because again, my whole goal in all of this is to shake up the way that traditional media is done. And we have prognosticators who are we consider professionals and the best in the business who have absolutely no idea how to select or pick a bowl game. So our goal is for everybody who listens to this, for you to be smarter than the 247s, the On 3, the Sporting News. You will know how we pick a bowl game. Now, this they a lot of them have Louisville.
Mm-hmm.
One has Duke.
Mm-hmm.
This Cal SMU game is intriguing. But the Miami Syracuse game are intriguing. So we were
Right.
talking
Right.
about wins and win totals
Mm-hmm.
in regards to the ACC.
Right.
The SEC kind of gives us our team.
Correct. Correct.
The ACC, you used a funny word called protection.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the teams that currently right now are kind of out of it for us in terms of ACC
Yeah.
and the ones that are in it. So we have SMU, Notre Dame, and Miami.
Correct.
If everything continues to play the way we think it's going to play, those teams will
Right.
be in the college football playoff. But Clemson, Duke, Louisville, Syracuse. Let's talk about those guys in those four and why those teams need to be of interest to anybody listening to us.
Well, the ACC develops a premium pool, which is all based on total wins. So, assuming that SMU, Notre Dame, and Miami play up, that's going to leave a 10-win Clemson team. I'm projecting a 9-win Duke team. Louisville, if they win, they'll have 8 wins. Syracuse would have 8 wins. But if you've got a 10 and a 9, they automatically have to be placed in one of our 3 bowl games between San Diego, Orlando, and Jacksonville. So those 2 teams would definitely be in play. Then the next level, if there are no 8-win teams, you'd have to populate it with 7-win teams. But if there were 8-win teams that progressed and had wins this weekend, then your pool would be the 10-win team, the 9-win team, and the 8-win team or teams to be in your pool, which eliminates all the 7-win teams. So a lot depends. If Louisville beats Kentucky, they'll be in the pool. If Syracuse beats, if they win, they'll be in the pool. They may be in there now anyway with 8 wins. So you've got some interesting dynamics there that come into play, but more than likely, the 7-win teams are going to be on the edge. The 8-win teams and higher would be in play.
So with that, Clemson would be one of those 10-win teams. Clemson can't come.
Correct.
They were just
they
here,
cannot repeat.
so they cannot repeat.
Yep.
If Duke wins, because Duke's a 8-win team now. So if Duke wins, Duke will be a 9-win team. So Duke plays Wake Forest. So again, that's a game that you would not normally care about. We need you to care about. Louisville plays Kentucky, rivalry game. Last year was a really exciting rivalry game. We'll see how that goes. Now, the Syracuse-Miami game. Now, my allegiance are, even though I'm wearing blue today, are to a school that has no idea to be, there's no chance for them to be in our pool or be bowl eligible. But they can shake up the apple cart too a little bit. But if Syracuse beats Miami, that would have taken Miami out of the ACC championship. Would that eliminate Miami from the college football playoff with them having no quality wins and being but only being a 2-loss team?
Probably so, because then Miami would not be in the championship game. A lot depends on where they're ranked in the college football playoff, and we'll know that obviously when this airs. But I think the key thing there is going to be how far do they drop? Do they stay where they are? But if they lost to Syracuse, I think it knocks them out of the college football playoff and then presents an opportunity for Clemson to replace them in the championship game against SMU. So the whole apple cart changes at that point in time.
So that Syracuse game could also really shape the way that this bowl is picked.
Absolutely.
Because there is another thing that you'll see prognosticators put it because it's going to be sexy and get clicks, but you cannot have a repeat of any games that happened this year, nor can you have a game that's going to get played next year as well. So it can't be a repeat or a preview. And even though I would love to see, and I know a lot of those fans would love to see a Miami versus the University of Florida matchup. University of Florida went from having what I call like the jigsaw from Saw puzzle of a schedule to being not only bowl eligible, but being able to play a January bowl, which would be big for them as well. Right. A lot of stuff going on this weekend, a lot of intrigue, a lot of reasons that you should go ahead and purchase your tickets for the TaxSlayer Gator Bowl here on January 2nd. Played at prime time in Jacksonville, Florida. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be a good matchup. It's going to be a lot of good teams. Whether you're rooting for them or not, it's going to be the hottest ticket in the Southeast, in my opinion, the way this season has shaped up. So until next week, you guys enjoy your Thanksgiving, enjoy your family, enjoy the football games. Try not to get into too many tussles over whose team won and whose team lost, so that you can be right back here with me and Greg McGarity for the TaxSlayer Gator Bowl Drive the Selection Show presented by Toyota. We will see you guys next time.
Welcome to a special edition of Off the Field. It's Thanksgiving week, and there's no better way to celebrate Thanksgiving than to invite each of you into our homes to meet our staff's families as we celebrate Thanksgiving. When we get back to work next week, it's bowl season, and it will be in the heat of all things football, and so this is the last opportunity for us to come together and celebrate with our families. So we're going to take the opportunity to share with you what each of our families is grateful for as we celebrate this holiday season. I'm here in Kansas with the Cox family, and we are particularly grateful to be together this holiday season. When I left for Florida, I think I didn't realize how unique it was that we host in this house. They started a tradition 35 years ago to host both sides of our family for Thanksgiving dinner at the same time. We expect to have 50 people for midday lunch tomorrow, so it's certainly busy here as we prepare for that meal. But the opportunity to have a house full of people, laughter, more food than you can possibly imagine brings us tremendous joy this holiday season. We're going to turn it over to the rest of the staff, and before I do so, we just want to say one of the things we're all collectively most thankful for is each of you and the time, talent, and treasure you provide to the Gator Bowl each year. We'll see you next week. Happy Thanksgiving.
Hello, everyone. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
And we're so thankful to have great friends at work. We're so thankful to have great friends associated with the Gator Bowl. And it's also great to have Riley in our lives, too. We're thankful for him. So anyway, have a happy Thanksgiving. Bowl season's right around the corner, so we'll pass it on to Nadia.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. My name is Nadia Fung. I'm the Marketing and Business Development intern, and I'm here with my mom, my dad, my boyfriend Patrick, and my dog Onnit. I'm thankful for this life that I live and the family that I have. Mom?
I'm thankful for family, friends, my dog, and God.
I'm thankful for everything that I have in this day in life now. I'm thankful for waking up each day, and I'm thankful that I still have the bones that I have now.
I'm thankful for my family, and I'm also thankful for great health, and also just life in general.
Happy Thanksgiving.
What about you, Onnit?
Hi, my name is Erin Fields, and I'm the membership manager for the TaxSlayer Gator Bowl. I'm here with my family, my dad Dan, my mom Dina, and my brother Dan. This year I'm super thankful to be home for Thanksgiving and to be with my family.
This year our house flooded during the hurricanes, and I am just grateful for the friends and family that came to our rescue.
And our friends that have provided us a place to live.
I'm happy the Florida Gators made a bowl game this year.
Happy Thanksgiving. Now I'm going to pass it to Robert and his family.
Hi, I'm Robert Levrot, Chief Financial Officer for the TaxSlayer Gator Bowl. With me tonight are my sons Jacob, Matt, and my wife Julie.
We're thankful for our health and our family and the opportunity to be together this holiday season. We're also grateful to have the kids home from college and the laundry that comes with them.
And I'm thankful to have my laundry done. I'm thankful to be graduating from UF this December.
Happy Thanksgiving. And now we're going to toss it over to Maggie and her family.
Hey y'all, I'm Maggie Busey and I am the Membership and Fan Services intern, and I'm super thankful for my roommates / my parents, Tasha and Jeff Busey.
We're super thankful for college football game days.
Specifically Pat McAfee. He's a national treasure.
Now we'll hear from Alex and his family.
Hey, I'm Alex McGearty, Director of Events and Operations for the TaxSlayer Gator Bowl. I have my wife Laura here, as well as our dog Bailey.
This year we're grateful for so much, but we're especially grateful for each other, our friends, and our families.
We're going to now turn it over to Taya and her family.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
My name is Taya Starks, and I'm the Marketing and Community Relations intern, and this is my family taking a trip, my mom and my dad, and what I'm most thankful for is God, college baseball, and my family, of course. I'm thankful for a roof over my head.
What are you thankful for?
I'm thankful for my first sister that was born.
And I am thankful for sports and how it brought our family together, the opportunities it's given our children, and the memories that we've made as parents through that.
Thankful for family.
Hey everyone, Donovan Small, the Ticket Operations Manager for the TaxSlayer Gator Bowl, here with my dad and my brother. And we want to share what we're thankful for this Thanksgiving. So I'm thankful for family, being able to fly here from Florida to Chicago and spend time with them and enjoy a great Thanksgiving.
Hi, I'm Derek Sr., and I'm thankful that Donovan was able to fly in to spend Thanksgiving with us. Looking forward to a great meal and watching some great football.
Hi everyone, I'm Derek Jr. and I'm just thankful for our family being in good health and us being able to enjoy some time with each other, fellowship, and to have some time off of work.
All right, thank you all. Have a great Thanksgiving, and we're passing it off to you, Kayla.
I'm Kayla. I'm the Director of Marketing and Community Relations. My family's all over the place right now. It is kind of a chaotic couple days ahead of Thanksgiving, so we are not all going to be together to film this year, but I am going to ambush each of them and ask them what they're grateful for. Of course, we're all so grateful for time together as a family and our friends and our health, and I'm just grateful to be here visiting Iowa, but I'm also very grateful right now for the Florida warm weather, as I have been out in the 20-degree Iowa weather while I'm visiting. So let's go see what my family's grateful for.
Hi everyone, I'm Kim. I'm Kayla's mom. And this year I'm grateful that even though my kids are all over the United States, I got to spend a little time with them to celebrate Thanksgiving. I'm also thankful that tomorrow night I get to go see Wicked and eat some popcorn.
Hi, I'm Tom. I'm Kayla's dad, and I'm grateful for a Newton Cardinal girls basketball victory.
Hey everybody, I'm Trey. I'm Kayla's brother.
I'm Emma. I'm Kayla's sister-in-law. This year we're thankful for moving to a new city and starting a new chapter.
And I'm always thankful for my sister.
Hi, my name is Tate. I'm Kayla's youngest brother. I'm thankful for my fantasy football team doing good this year. I'm also thankful for the Buckeyes being ranked number 2 and ranked number 5 in the playoff bracket. Go Buckeyes.
Okay, so that is a wrap on the TaxSlayer Gator Bowl staff. Like we've all said, we're so grateful for so many things this year, and we are all so blessed. We're grateful for each and every one of you that tune in every single week, and we hope you have a wonderful holiday. Happy Thanksgiving.